Bedtime Vision with Roxxy Haze, the podcast. I am your host, Roxxy Haze, and today I am joined by one of my homies, Justin Thompson.
Hello, everybody.
Comedian, nerd extraordinaire.
Yeah, pretty much. You said it was 90's day, and I wore a Frankenstein shirt. I thought it was the 1890s, apparently. So
and Pac-Man.
And Pac-Man, but I realized I grabbed the wrong shirt. I thought this was my Animaniac shirt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I had an Animaniac, and they're both like similarly colored. So I just was like, and I got in the car, and I was like, oh fuck, this is a Frankenstein shirt. This ain't. Yeah, well, it's 1890s. All right, cool.
Close the fuck enough. So
they got some Pac-Man stuff and then this, and I got shoes that look like an old man wears them. This is great.
There's so much going on, but I love all of it. So before we get into the 90's cartoon, we're gonna kind of tell the people a little bit more about you, just like as a person.
That seems fair.
Listen, yeah, they need to know. So first, I would
seems like a good way to sell me as a guest.
Who the fuck are you? That's what they need to know. Well, so first, you're my first Caucasian guest.
I know, and
I'm all for diversity.
And that would mean something to me had I known it before I got here. You're just the first white person. I'm like, oh, cool. You could have told me that last week. It'd give me some time to be like, oh, okay, and come up with some jokes. But you're like, nah, fuck them. We'll figure it out on the day. And it's worked out fine so far.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm good with it.
It's worked out fine so far. Everything will be fine. I know us. We're idiots.
But so, that's how I live my life. That's how we live. That's why we're cool.
We're fucking morons. So it was like, I remember one time we did some skit and we were like, did you write it? And you're like, somewhat. And there was like 2 lines and the rest of it just said ad-lib.
and then we didn't, when we edited it, because of what we were doing, there was no cut.
There's no real cuts. We were just like, oh shit, they're just rolling. Okay.
Fuck it.
We'll figure it out.
I think it was supposed to be like a 3-minute sketch. I think it's like 10 minutes.
I know. We tend to get off sidetracked in our skits, and then we'll somehow come back together at the end. Like this. We've still not sold me.
Oh yeah. Who the fuck are you? So you've been doing comedy for
14 or 15 years. I started whenever I was 18. I'm 34.
Ooh, man.
Or 19.
So that's what?
The week before my 19th birthday is when I started.
16.
Some shit like
16
that.
Years, 17 years? 16,
Long ass time.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
In comedy.
A long enough time to remember Dat Fan.
My God.
When he was hot.
So 50 years ago.
Yeah, like 50 years ago.
57 years.
57 years.
And so, like, what was your first, like, moment, I guess? This is always a cool thing for me to ask people, like, the moment where you're like, oh, I'm actually funny.
Here's the I thought it the first time, and then I realized slowly thereafter how wrong I was. Because I realized, like, for years I thought funny was just saying funny things. It's not. It really isn't. Being funny is like being able to be just thrust into whatever situation and somehow make it work. Mm-hmm. But I was just saying funny shit, and half of it was really bad, and the other half probably was somebody else's that I didn't know about at the time. Like, they were that bad of jokes. They were like just corny, shitty jokes. Like, I think the first joke I ever told was like was something like that had to do with like a McDonald's cup or some shit. It was like something like, because they used to back in like the early 2000s, they used to have a thing on the side of McDonald's cups that said "put litter in its place."
Oh yeah, I remember that shit with the picture.
So I literally would just act like I'm throwing shit all out my window, like, and I was like, this is terrible. I had a bit where the Incredible Hulk was a baby, like he just getting pissed off he can't get shit in Toys R Us. Terrible, terrible stuff. But I didn't know any better at the time.
So now you do.
But now I do. Now I have a whole notebook full of that one day I'll just put into a movie of all my jump the shark shitty ideas. I think that'll be fun. Just like eventually have enough money to be like, every idea that you ever said no to, let's just stick it all in one. And if like the movie will change and shit, there'll be like 2 people arguing or something. Be like, all right, man, he's a robot from the future, and he goes, nah, he's a dragon wizard, and then just poof, the person keeps changing or something. Oh, it'd be stupid. And see, but I'd love to make films just because I want to make them.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a purpose or anything.
Not because you want to see it necessarily. Just for me. I was like, it's me. There was a scene. Like, I've been working a lot with a friend of mine who's been my friend for like 15 years, and we're working on a movie currently. And it's the first one either one of us have ever done, but he actually went to film school and shit.
Oh, okay. So
he went and did all that. And I was just like, hey, I'll just get all the stuff and let's do it. And he's like, all the stuff's expensive. I went, okay, but we're going to make it back.
Yeah.
He goes, how do you know we're going to make it back? I went, because I know you. You just hate being in debt. You hate whenever I buy you a fucking McDouble. Like, you're like, I owe you $1 now. And I'm like, yeah. And then you'll literally give me $1 back at some point or Cash App it to me. I'm like, yeah, we'll be fine.
We'll make it work. You're going to hustle it up. Okay.
We're going to hustle it up. And
wait, no, go ahead.
Anyway, I don't know. Was that enough for me?
Oh, yeah, that's good enough. They know
Was that enough for me?
So, 90s cartoons. So, I brought you specifically here because I wanted to bring somebody who I felt like matched my amount of knowledge of 80s and 90s cartoons. So, you're that person.
Thank you. I am very glad to be that person because I watched. That's all I did Saturday mornings as a kid.
Dope ass shit.
Just watching badass cartoons. Even some like really shitty ones that were just fun like because there were like Mask.
Oh yeah, it was so bad.
It was bad,
but it was so good.
But it was fun. It was like booms and boom, just explosions and military shit.
I don't even remember
evil guys.
What it was about.
I don't either.
Because it didn't have anything to do with the movie.
There was another one that was like really, really weird called. Do you remember Inhumanoids?
What the fuck was that about?
I have no fucking clue what Inhumanoids is about. Internet. Google this shit right now. Inhumanoids was like way weird, and it all had to do with these fucked up creatures fighting other fucked up creatures, but they were evil, and you're like, both of you look evil.
Looks
like
what?
So both of you look like ridiculously evil. But I'm supposed to believe that he's eviler because he's got horns out his head. Okay, and yours come out their fists. All right, like Wolverine demon. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's why you're a good guy.
You remember Reboot?
Reboot.
What the fuck was
like,
that?
That first like CGI type of thing.
It looked like plasticky.
It looked
like California raisins.
It looked like the first like internet meme videos that started to come out with like really bad graphics. You remember those websites you used to be able to go to, and there was a standard guy. There was like a standard guy you could type in what he says, and it would do a little action. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like. But you did a whole show about that.
30 minutes of bullshit.
30 minutes of random bullshit.
And what the fuck was that show about? They were
in the internet, yeah, sort of like The Matrix, but green. I don't
know. 90s cartoons were weird. Because you could kind of do whatever the fuck you wanted as long as there was action.
You had the ones that were like Animaniacs that were like dope serials, and none of the shit was the same. Mm-hmm. It's like the Looney Tunes. You know what I mean? That was like new Looney Tunes, even though they did that too with Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
But it was just like that same type of. I always felt that the Animaniacs were like the Tex Avery ones to like the Tiny Toons ones. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
It made it like they felt like they were just insane.
Just shorts.
And Animaniacs and stuff like that, it was always like ever changing. Like even in the episodes they'd have like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. You know, same Beavis and Butthead did that too.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead like had like 2 or 3 like 5-minute things, and then like a minute and a half each in between there randomly of them fucking with some video.
I want to go back and rewatch Beavis and Butthead.
I
think. Okay. Have you rewatched them recently?
Oh yes.
Do they still hold up?
They're fucking way funny, especially now because you get a completely different perspective on it. Because when you were a kid, you were just watching it as a kid.
Watching shit.
Well, now you can watch it as an adult and high. So
the jokes hit way harder.
Jokes hit way harder. I had one that I could not stop laughing at for like 20 minutes. Of it, all it was Beavis and Butthead were playing Frisbee with a trash can lid while they were supposed to be picking up the highway because they were in trouble with this Christian group. And they threw it across the highway, and it dinged off of a truck and hit the like counselor in the head, like the main dude. And his kids are all freaking out thinking that he's dead. And they like take his wallet and go, "All right, we're gonna go tell the next of Skin." And he goes, "I am the next of kin. I'm his son." He goes, "Okay, your dad's dead." And they just walk away. And I died on the floor for like 20 minutes. "Okay, your dad's dead. See you later."
That's how I feel watching Daria now.
And of course he wasn't. He just got fucking his head hurt and put a bandage on it. And he's like, "Ooh, look what you did later." But yeah, but
I miss that extra layer of violence
that
cartoons used to have.
Well, they used to. I don't know. There always used to be this layer of violence, but like it never made me want to beat the shit out of any of my friends.
That's why that's not a viable excuse. I'm like, we used to watch people get blown the fuck up.
Yeah, dude. You ever seen G.I. Joe, man? So many of those fucking... so many Cobra dudes just gone.
Just dead.
And so many, like, non-name Joe dudes also all dead. Because there was, like, 8 you gave a shit about, and there was, like, 12 you didn't know their names. And sometimes they'd get killed, and you'd be like, we lost... What was his name? Bert! Poor Bert.
Who else? Okay, so wait. Who made G.I. Joe? That was...
the same people that made G.I. Joe made...
Hasbro? Toys, right?
Well, no. I think... Okay. I can't remember who made it. I know that Filmation made, like, He-Man, and they made Brave Star, She-Ra. I'm trying to think if they made that one, too.
That's going to fuck me up.
Maybe it was Hasbro. But I know Hasbro did. I know Hasbro did the Transformers.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. I think
but
it's the same,
I think G.I. Joe was... I think G.I. Joe was a Mattel thing, though, isn't it?
Is it? See, this is going to fuck with
I don't know, because G.I. Joe was long a thing way before the show. Like, they had G.I. Joe.
No, it was Hasbro.
It was? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, because they had those dolls in the 60s.
Hasbro. Hold
right?
on, now this is going to fuck with me. No, yeah, it was Hasbro. Marvel. They were one of the production companies. It was Hasbro,
really?
Sunbow Productions, Marvel, and Toy Animation. But yeah, it was from Marvel. It was from Marvel. I did not... We learned something. Yep, Marvel. Marvel did Muppet Babies.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
Wait.
I remember seeing the Marvel Studios things after Muppet Babies one time and just being like...
Okay, I knew Marvel was a part of Jim and the Holograms because I saw the comic book that came out later. This is gonna fuck with me. They did Inhumanoids too.
Yeah, see, like
Fraggle Rock.
That one.
Wait, what the fuck? They did Fraggle Rock. Did they have? They must have had some deal with Henson.
Probably at the time.
RoboCop. This is fucking with me. They did Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. They did Kid and Play.
Marvel
did Kid and Play cartoon. Yeah.
I forgot about the Kid and Play
it was
cartoon
for like
until
one season.
You just said that.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. That cartoon and the Alf cartoon lasted like no time whatsoever.
It was like 5 episodes.
Right. So same with Bill and Ted and Back to the Future. Both of those cartoons were
that was a thing.
Just zipped out of existence.
Oh shit.
And they were in the Bill and Ted one and the Back to the Future one I really liked. Because the Back to the Future one had nothing to do with Marty. It was just at that point it was just about Doc raising his kids in weird time periods.
For no reason.
And it was fucking funny for some reason to me. Just Doc is like, you know, he's always been like, and now he's just like, you damn kids. He's doing the other side of the old guy.
For no reason.
You damn kids.
They also did Biker Mice from Mars. I forgot that was a thing.
I
remember
they were
doing all those weird animal humanoid cartoons.
Yeah, that's because Ninja Turtles hit fucking big.
Yep.
Off of a goddamn drunken joke by Eastman and Laird. It was like, wouldn't it be funny if they just... And they're like, no, fuck it. Let's make it. Because they were pissed off because they didn't like the way Daredevil was going at the time. They're just like, we should just make fun of it.
And then it just blew
up. And
it
became like the biggest thing in the history of ever.
Which is fucking crazy. You remember Killer Tomatoes?
Yes, I do. I remember the Killer Tomatoes movies too. They
had movies?
Yes, there were like 3 or 4 movies. And here's what's even more ridiculous. Like, eventually, all the little tomatoes had faces and stuff, just like the cartoon, and they were like, but like for the first 2 or 3 movies,
it was just regular tomatoes?
It was just tomatoes. Like, rolling at people like the Blob and like squishing them. Like, they would have big-looking tomatoes that are like, and then all the little tomatoes attacking people.
They made multiple movies?
Oh, they made like 5 of these things, dude. One of them, George Clooney's in.
What the fuck?
I'm dead serious.
The 90s was such a weird, unnecessary time period, but I miss it so much.
It's so weird. But, like, eventually they had little faces, and all of them kind of got their own little identity, almost like the Gremlins, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what they tried to do with the tomato. But the first couple movies, they were literally just tomatoes. No faces. Not even like they glued on some eyes. Nothing.
Nope, just a regular ass tomato rolling down the street, killing a motherfucker.
People were freaking out. The tomatoes are coming. Get out of here. Somebody get the crop duster and poison them. Like, it's so...
Somebody type that up.
Well, yeah. Well, like, it was never supposed to be serious.
I'm so mad.
It was always supposed to be a satire of, like, an old school B horror movie.
I still hate it.
And, oh, no. You should. But you should watch it also.
I have to watch it now.
Just for the sheer weirdness of it all. Because you're like...
Y'all running from tomatoes, my guy.
Somebody said okay to all of this. They saw sides and dailies and got reports on this thing and went, keep going. Like it's like two dudes came up with their sick, twisted idea of just some, it's like some of the greatest things that happen in movie history. Or just history in general, or just two dudes being like, wouldn't this be funny? This would be so stupid. And then they make it. And they did that with that one, too. They were just like, we're going to make like an old school like B horror movie. We're going to make a really cool poster. But then when you go watch the movie, it's going to be garbage. Because, like, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Like, you ever seen that poster?
Yes.
That's an amazing movie poster. The Forbidden Planet, Plan 9 from Outer Space, all those old movies had amazing posters. Garbage, every one of them as a movie. But that's the same thing they did. They're like, great poster, shit film. Go. It worked. Wait.
Have you ever tried to show your kid something that you, like, really liked, and then they're like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, the other day, I have all the seasons of Jackass on DVD. All right, but when on the television show, it wasn't that bad. It was just them doing stupid things, and I think she is so desensitized from watching fail videos that she doesn't care.
Got you.
Because I'm showing her, I'm like, you don't think this is funny? She's like,
I saw that yesterday.
Just keep doing her nails. I'm like,
it's
all
like,
right.
he's in a basket going in the...
No? Okay.
I just saw somebody crack their fucking face.
But also, like, there have been times where, like, they've totally gotten into it. Like, I played them Rockadoodle the other day.
I love Rockadoodle.
They fucking loved Rockadoodle.
I fucking love Rockadoodle.
They way were into it. And I was like, oh, y'all like Don Bluth. I was like, cool.
It's dope.
So I literally got on Vudu and I downloaded every Don Bluth movie that came into my head.
What else
and it was just like... So then I showed them Land Before Time.
Dope.
Loved it.
The first one, that's enough. One or two.
They were kind of bored with All Dogs Go to Heaven, though.
Well, I can see that. It's not a lot of action. It's
there
more
isn't.
Like dialogue and
it's
feelings.
Like,
and it's not super duper.
They were scared as shit by The Secret of the Nim.
Oh, that's
the owl.
That fucks with me.
Oh, the owl dude.
I hate him.
Ooh, they were so scared.
I was watching I got VRV now, and so do you have VRV?
Mm-mm.
It's dope. You should get it. So it's like I got it because I got Crunchyroll to watch anime and shit. But it has Crunchyroll on there, and it has several different channels. So it's like Nick Splat, Boomerang, and all that shit. So I've been watching like old ass shit. And so I was showing my pup named Scooby Doo. She fucking loves
that. I did show them.
Yeah,
they loved that.
That shit is adorable.
Because it is. It's and what's even more ridiculous, it's hard as shit to find something too. Like it.
They don't just have that.
They don't have it very often, and like on the digital shit, it like never is on sale.
No.
It's like no, it's gonna be the most.
I know you want this.
This is the most expensive shit as it can possibly be, and you're going to do that.
I know you want this.
Hello.
So he's not on this one, but
I know.
Like
but
the
it's
fact that
it's impossible not to.
Can you come sit down? Can you? But you please. No, I want you to come in because we were just talking about like if Santa comes in here. We have to just have you just sit right here really quickly. No, you sit in the middle, Santa.
I'm going to sit on... I don't want to sit on him.
So Santa.
This is America.
Yay.
Oh, so this is
So look who came to visit us. Santa.
Hi.
Second white person.
Santa.
Oh, man.
Same day. Good for you, Roxy. You're progressive as
I'm
fuck.
so progressive.
There goes your credit rating right there.
So Santa, we're talking about 90's cartoons.
Oh, all right.
And 90's toys.
All right.
We'll add 90's toys because Santa's in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like a street shark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want that talking thing that he had on fucking Home Alone.
Talk Boy.
Yeah, and then they
I
made
had
a pink
one
one.
of
I had
those.
one too, and they made it after the movie. Can you get us that?
Oh, I'll talk to the elves. I'll see what I can do. They might have a few, like somewhere in the attic.
There's an attic.
Oh, yeah, kind of. But there's some of the forgotten stuff in the warehouse.
Where you put all the toys that got recalled, like lawn darts and shit.
Yeah. I call it the attic. It's kind of like that scene from the first Indiana Jones.
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
That's fucking dope.
Full of chemistry sets that you could burn your friends with.
Oh,
and all that stuff they got recalled.
The rocks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one from the 50s where they would send you a little piece of uranium for your nuclear set, and you're just like Seriously?
Are you
Oh yeah.
Are they supposed to-
Going even further than that, yeah, they had like chemistry sets like that, or even ones where you could experiment on a rhesus monkey.
Wait, what?
I think some
Yes.
of those. I think some of those monkeys might not be alive anymore.
What the fuck?
Like, you
yeah.
ever seen that episode of
I
South Park
I
where
missed the past.
where Cartman's trying to learn to read and they send him the phonics monkey? That's what that's making fun of.
Oh shit, that was real.
That was real.
Oh, yeah.
That was an
Like,
actual-
not that it would teach you how to do that, but that you could do experiments on a monkey they would send you.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucked up. Yes.
Oh yeah,
was a real
you
thing.
could do your own little experiments, and you could shave them and apply makeup to them, or whatever you might.
When was this?
Humans are awful.
We're terrible.
We are.
We're terrible.
We are.
Well, thank you, Santa,
Well,
for
you
coming.
got
What
He
the
is
fuck?
magic!
Oh shit!
Holy shit, he's gone.
We should have asked him for weed.
Well, at least we got the couch back.
Fuck yeah. Let's call him back. You know you got some good
Do
ass
you
green.
think Santa's got great weed?
Fuck yeah.
It's got to be hydroponic.
Because
It's
the
in the
thing is-
snow and shit.
And then he can go in everybody's house though.
Oh yeah, he can just go
He
get
can just go
everybody
steal
else's
everybody's
weed.
weed.
He's like, here's a train. I'm gonna take that
Take
kush.
some-
Thank you. Here you go. Thanks. I'm
It
going
was
back
in a-
up. Why do you
it's in
think
a
I come
knot.
down the chimney, dude? I smell like smoke all the time. I'm trying to hide some of this weed smell.
Ah. Some candy.
Are they gummies?
Yeah. hell
No.
Oh, fuck you too. Well, fuck you too, Justin.
No, it's not that. I just don't like gummies. Like, I'm not a big fan of Jell-O, and every gummy turns into Jell-O in my mouth.
How long do you leave it in there?
Like, I don't swallow it. I chew it up. That's what the whole point of a gummy, right?
Moist mouth ass. You just swallow and chew and you shouldn't turn into.
Well, unless they've got weed in them, there's no point in them.
Okay,
to
I'm
me.
not gonna disagree with that.
I like
These
this.
would be fire with some weed in them.
Right.
gonna
I'm sure they
inject it.
would.
I'm gonna make that happen. So
No, I'm a. I like this. I like Skittles and
Skittles are
Starburst.
fire. So one time I stole.
What?
Talk about childhood. So I stole. I can now admit this.
Wait a second. Wait, how did that turn? It's just like, Skittles are fire. I stole shit once. Like,
Well, I stole. Okay, so I stole some money
mention
from my
Reese's.
sister.
mention Reese's to me.
Reese's.
I killed a man. That's exactly what just happened.
No, but in my mind, it matched up. Okay, so one time I stole $60 from my sister.
Okay.
I paid her back in full as an adult, whatever. So I stole like $60.
As an adult, I love how you added it. Like 9 years later, I got the bitch back.
She
She's
got it
fine.
back. She's fine. So I stole like $60 from her. And I went to my vending machine at school, and I was like, I'm about to buy all the Skittles. And the dude was packing the machine up. So I just gave him like, I ended up giving him 20 because I spent the other 40 on some other shit. But I gave him 20. And he gave me like 60 packs of Skittles. He just like gave me, I just handed him a 20. He was like, fuck it. And
You
he put the shit
should
in my
have
backpack.
started selling them at school.
No, my dumb ass was eating them hoes. Like I was.
You should be like, all right, things completely out of Skittles, but guess who's got the hookup?
right here,
Right here.
baby. But it was the blue pack. I wasn't giving away the blue pack. That's when the blue pack had just came out too. The
Oh
tropical.
yeah, they had
Fuck
like
yeah.
I forgot that there used to just be one
Yep.
fucking Skittle pack,
Nope.
and then everything else came out afterwards.
Because it was the
wild
purple
berry.
pack, yep, and then the blue was the tropical, and then it got the sour
And
ones.
then they kicked lime out of the bag. I was
Yeah,
so
man, come
upset
in,
for
lime
lime.
was fire.
I liked lime. I
Lime
liked
was
it better than
dope.
green apple.
Yeah,
Green apple's fine.
it's
just,
adequate.
But
Lime.
but like if you're gonna replace it, you should have to replace it with something that's better than what you replaced
Yeah,
it with,
it's
right?
Not, should not
It's
be of the
green
same
apple
quality.
Skittles is the new Coke of Skittles. They're like, you're fine, but you're no Coke. Why don't we talk about some Disney cartoons?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so-
you got the Lion King like on your arm and shit.
Oh yeah, we should.
I was like in a weird camp as a kid of people who liked Lion King, fine, and most people were not like that.
I
And the
loved
reason is because as a kid I thought it was very weird because before I ever saw Lion King, my grandmother one time
You saw the
bought
other-
bought me Kimba on VHS,
Yeah,
and it would just seem like
it's the same thing.
it just seemed like the same movie, but like
Better.
done better, which was pretty and everything. I was like, oh, it's good, I guess.
But you already saw it.
But but my favorite was Aladdin whenever I was a kid.
Oh, Aladdin.
Yeah,
was
Aladdin was
fire.
my
It's still
favorite.
great. I want them to stop remaking stuff. Just leave it alone.
You know what? Here's my
It's
idea for
enough.
Disney, okay? And look, I want money from you, but also here's a free idea.
They're just gonna take
Stop making cartoons into live action. Start taking your live action stuff
Make
you
a
have
cartoon.
and making it cartoons.
That would be dope.
Because look,
That'd be dope.
the Gnome-mobile as a concept in
That's
live action is stupid.
Mhm.
A concept of it being a bunch of little characters in a car and they're fucking with it and shit while these people are traveling, That's funny.
That's fucking dope.
That could be a whole movie.
Do that.
The Cat
Do
from Outer
it.
Space is a dumb as shit concept. But if you have a talking cat that come down from outer space as a cartoon, that's not so dumb.
I will watch that.
Right.
Make
Like,
that
and they
happen.
have tons of those old ones like that.
Even
Dude,
like the Disney original movies and
yeah,
shit
even
that.
like Swiss Family Robinson would be a
Oh,
badass
that'd be a dope-ass
cartoon,
cartoon.
dude, of this family that like ends up in the jungle and they build their own house and they encounter
You can
animals
do so
and
much more
pirates
with
and
animation than you can with live
dude,
action.
that would
It's
be
more
so
believable.
fun. And I love Swiss Family Robinson is probably my favorite like live action Disney movie from when I was a kid. And I would love to see that as something like
I
that.
want to see more Muppet stuff.
I do too.
I want like the Muppets.
You
where
have
they
a puppet
made...
guy. I need to talk to
Yeah, we
whoever
need
your
to.
puppet
He was
guy
just
is.
on here.
Was he?
Zip tie. Yeah, damn. I should have had you on that fucking episode.
Because me and a buddy of mine, like along with you, we want to get we want to get puppets of ourselves.
That'd be dope.
It sounds ridiculous and so egotistical, and it is a little bit. But
It is.
there's also so much fun to be done
It's
with
just
that.
like the same thing with anime. You can just do so much more, and it's just funnier.
Yeah.
Puppets are just fucking
me,
funny.
me and my friend Cody had the idea of doing a roast battle with puppets, like
Oh, yeah.
of our own puppets, but like, but instead of him having him and me having me, we reverse it. So really, all we're doing is
roasting
telling
yourself.
roast jokes on ourselves.
That's fire.
That's that sounds like a real fun idea, right?
That's a dope ass.
We got so high and just
concept.
was fucking laughing at that forever. It was like, what if we did a puppet show that was news, but it was like super serious,
like
like
people
Wolf
died in
Blitzer type of like super serious, but like everything around it wasn't. Like we were telling real news stories, but like weird shit was happening all around in the background.
I watch
We
that.
give it like some weird name, like the name of our broadcast thing is like PB&J, Puppet Broadcast and Journalism.
I hate that. I like it.
I know, I hated it too, but he said it and I was like, God damn, that's really good.
I fucking hate that. I like it.
They're just like, oh, the crisis in Iran is just absolutely horrible these days, and I can't believe that the Trump administration is letting this happen. Removes glasses. It's a fallacy that's going on in the... It's... And it seems fucking so fun. Just like because all you gotta do is just fucking pull up the first 10 stories on Google, read them with a puppet, end the show. That's like...
I hate it.
I know, but you love it too. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
I want it with Jim Henson puppets.
I know. That would
Those
be
are
fun.
way too expensive.
Are they?
Yeah, hell yeah! If the actual Jim Henson puppet company made you a fucking
Oh, yeah,
puppet,
yeah. I'm sure if you got one made by them, but I'm also sure there's some
it's a bootleg puppet maker.
there's some bootleg puppet makers. You can find a Geppetto out there.
Well, we gotta go now because the
All right.
podcast is over.
Oh, that's
I know.
not fair.
We
I
can,
feel like I just got here.
yeah, I know. And we could talk for a long time on cartoons.
I know.
So I'm gonna have you back, of
Good.
course, because you're the homie. But tell the people, I'm sorry, let me stop smacking. These gummies are moist. They make your mouth moist.
I believe I literally said that 10 seconds ago,
said
and then
jelly.
you called me weird for it.
You said it turns to jelly. I just
because
said it makes my
no,
mouth
I said
moist.
I said it turns to Jello.
Oh, Jello, yeah. I was just saying it makes my actual mouth moist.
Not like
saliva.
not like strawberry preserves or some
Yeah,
shit.
here
Like
we
what
go
did you
with the
think I was
fucking preserves again. You're late to one show because you were making strawberry fucking preserves
from scratch?
and they want.
I would like to state she didn't like buy Smuckers and put it in a pot. She was making this shit from scratch, along with like whipped cream too.
Yeah, I was making homemade.
And you
cream.
made homemade whipped cream. We got none of it. You ate. Like you made enough for you.
I didn't.
And no, that's fine. I didn't want your vegan pancakes.
Fuck you, Jeff.
I love you, but no.
No, I'm good.
No, shit's gotta have eggs. Sorry, eggs are like even if you're vegan, eggs are like should be okay. They're just gonna sit there otherwise.
Shut up. I'm vegetarian. I
Here's
eat eggs, but those were vegan pancakes.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was making vegan
I
pancakes.
know you were.
And they were good.
I know. It's because it smelled like a wicker basket in your house until you started doing this preserve stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. There's something going on.
Something
now.
actually delicious.
Yeah, there's something delicious
And we
happening
were
now.
like an hour late to the show, but it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. But yes, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at JustinComedy1, and you can find me on Instagram, Justin_the_comic, and just comedian Justin Thompson on Facebook.
And he's fucking hilarious. He does some videos.
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff
doing
like
videos.
that.
We're about to start doing a lot more videos and stuff too.
And you're working on a movie,
Because I
right?
finally got all our equipment. Yes, and we're working on a movie. We're about to start casting. You're probably going to be in one.
Hey.
Yeah. And you don't have a mind. You don't mind hunting down children, do you?
I do that for free.
I know.
So I would, of course, do it in a
They
movie.
call you a predator, but I don't think so.
No!
I mean,
Is that what the word is?
no, it's just like when you have so much hair like that, sometimes you look like the predator, you know. It's
Fuck
just-
you, Justin, and I'm Roxxy Haze. You can find me on everything.
I love
At
you,
Roxy-
though.
Love you too. Aw.
A white man kissed me.
Don't
Now I gotta flay my face.
I'm gonna just
Get
slide.
the man off of this cheek.
Is that what that feels like? The government touched me. Roxxy Haze, ROXXY
She's got a point though, because I'm already trying to figure out how to embezzle from the show. So
Oh shit, you did. Roxxy Haze. Find me on everything. Come back next week. These episodes. What is the name? Bedtime Bitchin'
Bedtime
with
Bitchin'.
Roxxy Haze.
I gotta remember the name of my show.
I'm high as shit. Bedtime
Okay.
Bitchin' with Roxxy Haze. The podcast airs every week on Thursdays at 9:30 on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Check us out. Check him out. Bye. Make it a puppet.
Well, the Syrian crisis is absolutely just reprehensible, and I can't
cute.
see a way out for Trump. I mean, and with
Bye. I'll watch that shit though.
Hard nigga, bar nigga, I'm fly nigga, yeah. Hard nigga, bar nigga, I'm fly. Please don't be alarmed, it's just me high up over here. Chillin' with my niggas, blowing smoke up in the air.